With all of the significant cryptocurrencies making massive changes in their systems to suit better technologies and keep upgrading themselves, it has become essential for us to be aware of the important updates in the society. The technological changes are among the most important updates that we as investors need to keep an eye out on, apart from the price fluctuations. This will help us predetermine the extent to which the prices may alter over time. This speculation allows a lot of investors to make a healthy decision that helps them develop their portfolios. Today's video will be about one such technological beast that has been providing world-class technology and has been proving its worth for a long time in the world of cryptocurrencies. Welcome back to another video on the CryptoSafe, where we will be working on the information available worldwide about Cardano. This cryptocurrency has been taking over the market in a pretty comprehensive manner.
It's going great.
We will analyze the latest updates and determine the kind of impact the updates will make on the market. Stay tuned until the end of this video, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel to keep receiving such videos on essential updates about Cardano and all others. Let us know in the comment section about the update that made the most sense for you and the future you think Cardano has. Also, subscribe, like, and comment, and we are giving away $30 for a random person who will subscribe, like, and comment this video. The winner will be announced at the end of the month. Before we get started, allow us to mention that we are not financial advisors, and nothing said in this video is a piece of financial advice. We are crypto enthusiasts, trying to figure out the best methods to make a fruitful investment portfolio by focusing on the best cryptocurrencies available in the market. Cryptocurrencies are extremely volatile, which is why we would recommend you conduct your own due diligence before making any forms of investments. Make sure you have enough knowledge through our help and make the money you always wanted to make. With that, let us get started with the feast of information for today.
Let's begin.
The manner in which Cardano has been developing in recent days has brought in a lot of new investors into the community. This has also helped make sure that the community is always alive and full of critical technological updates. Perhaps this is one of the significant reasons Cardano has been pumping up in recent times. One thing that we need to keep in mind is that Charles Hoskinson has been relying heavily on the impact this could make on South Africa. Perhaps we think that is an essential thing because sustained growth requires growth that is more united in nature. In other words, it is crucial to ensure that all parts of the world grow together in order to see holistic growth across the globe. In recent days, Charles Hoskinson has been really busy signing many memorandums of understanding. In his recent post on Twitter, he was noticed speaking about the same that brought in an idea into the investors' minds about the kind of partnerships coming ahead for Cardano. The MOU is filed with Burundi, a small country with a GDP not equivalent to the market cap of Tesla. 2021 started on a very positive note for Cardano. There were many technological advancements, and the introduction of other partnerships did bring in a massive change in the manner in which we look at it. Often, Cardano has just been suppressed for being a research-based cryptocurrency. In other words, they have been criticized for spending an extraordinarily high amount of time on research, which was unusual compared to the others in the market. One other aspect that must be looked into in the case of Cardano is the smart contract ranking that this has. It is a very important fact that Cardano has been spending a lot of its resources and time on developing a very reliable smart contract platform that will help expand the use cases of cryptocurrencies. Therefore, this ranking will matter a lot while speaking of the performance it has been delivering. At present, Solana seems to be gaining a lot of momentum and seems to be performing extraordinarily well. Cardano needs to ensure a similar level of performance on the charts while tackling the threats that it may be receiving from the platforms behind it, such as the avalanche. The pace at which Cardano is developing indicates that it will be able to handle the pressure and sustain while keep pushing. It is true, it seems to be other cryptocurrency giving a very strong run against Cardano. One major difference between Cardano and the high crypto runners is perhaps something that is being controlled by the community and the investors.
Is that not good?
Cardano has very few long-term holders, which is not the case with coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin, which have a lot of long-term holders. This depicts people's trust in Bitcoin and Ethereum, which seems to be lacking in Cardano. Therefore, one thing that needs to be addressed is the dump being noticed as soon as it reaches the higher marks on the charts. A lot of the whales seem to be making a consecutive move of making sales. This has led to a sharp fall in the prices, yet again, not a good sign for Cardano, as it needs to bear and beat the others. Now, looking at the charts, we know that such an event has occurred. However, we need to understand why it happened and what caused such action from their side. We think that the possibilities are many. They could have noticed a technical snag, or could have lost confidence, or simply could have noticed the low adoption rates. On a closer look, one will also determine that generally, the whales make a dump at the $2.97 mark.
That's it.
This mark seems to be the point that triggers the selling action of the whales to great action. It also increases the suspicion on why the whales tend to choose this mark to make a dump and then make the prices fall significantly. The last time this happened was on the 5th of September. Based on the charts, all of this information helps you infer a lot of things and understand the real level of support that Cardano is achieving in the current dates. It is essential to realize that the prices are based on the whales' buying and selling activities, wherein they make serious profits from the retail investors who do not really invest as much as the whales. It would also be a plausible explanation to argue that they already knew about the events that may unfold in the coming times. Now, this involves failures, and hence, the dump could be their way of expressing dissatisfaction. One other explanation is that with the current pace of highs, they could also be unsure if DEX will come out on time. This could yet again be too speculative from their side. However, it could make sense given that the possession of such a high volume of tokens does give them some inside information on the progress of the latest updates in the platform. Speaking of the platform, one crucial thing that could make the whales back out is bugs, as we mentioned earlier. It's also fascinating to notice that, even though we stated earlier that Ethereum has a vast number of addresses, 22 times more addresses than Cardano, they are just 10 times bigger than Cardano. This indicates that the Cardano system is used relatively more than Ethereum, which is an excellent sign for Cardano. As far as the congestions arising out of the bugs are concerned, it is a crucial part of the development process and developing the ecosystem to make it ready for the kind of pressure it may have to bear in the times ahead. Let us look at one of the most important things that investors worldwide speak about, that is, the price that we all expect it to be at. By the end of 2025, we expect Cardano to be at over $4.50 and increasing gradually. Is Cardano still a gem, or should you deboard this ship? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let us help each other to a richer free life. We hope you liked this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more similar content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We will meet you next time.